White man in boxing led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, man, we back. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Goodfella Sports TV. Let's talk some boxing. Seems that I think his name is, let's give a shout out to Barry Holbrook from Boxing News 24. They've been very, very critical, not saying him in particular, of Terence Crawford, but it's an article that somebody sent me. I'm going to keep his name anonymous. And I want to share this with you. And people, media starting to wake up, and I think people starting to wake up, if they want to admit it or not, that this is going on. And he asks, is Spence waiting until Crawford is old before fighting him? So let's talk about it. That subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the video. It said Bob Barry Holbrook. Errol Spence has been saying that he wants to, I think he meant fight Terence Crawford. They really need an editor over there. Please get y'all an editor. For years now. But it's beginning to look like he's aging the 32-year-old Nebraska native intentionally. What we don't want is Crawford coming into the ring with gray-haired, toothless, aided by a walker by the time Spence agrees to fight him the next century. It is one of those situations where Spence must get this fight done before he moves up to 54, which he's planning on doing soon. He wants to take Danny Garcia and Manny Pacquiao scalp and then Crawford at some point. Does Spence want the Crawford fight? We don't know how severe Spence is about wanting to fight Crawford, though Crawford has been transparent all along that he wants to match with Spence, but it's not been happening from the Texas native side. Is that Spence's fault, or is his management premier boxing champion? You can argue that if Spence were farmed with the PBC bosses, they'd get him what he wants by matching him against Terence Crawford. One gets the impression that Spence has been lackadaisical when it comes to Crawford fight. So his management at PBC has chosen, they really need an editor. Hold on, no they don't. Not on that one. Someone's on my screen. Chosen to make the fights that they wanted Errol to take. Namely, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, Lamont Peterson. Spence's next two fights appear to be booked, with him facing challenger Danny Garcia November 21st, and then likely WBC mandatory Sean Porter. The WBC is expected to order Sean to defend against Spence defend against Porter immediately after his defense versus Danny Swift Garcia. Errol has already beaten Porter, 32 years old, by 12-round split decision last summer. And there are not a lot of fans that are asking for a quick rematch. The fans want Spence to defend against Crawford while he's still in his prime. Crawford is turning 33 this month on September 28th, and he's already beginning to show signs of slippage from his last two fights with Kavalauskas and Amir Khan. Kell Brook next for Bud. You know, they're talking about Brook and Bud. So they're basically saying Crawford getting old. I don't see no signs of slippage, but that's their opinion. I mean, I feel that he dogged Amir Khan. He got caught by Amir Khan, but he got caught by a lot of other fighters too. I mean, Delorme, he got caught a little bit by Ricky Burns. Ray Beltran caught him with some good shots. I don't know if that's from him going into the southpaw stance or, he got hit a lot more before he moved up to 47 with a lot of overhand rights. So, like I said before, people don't know shit about boxing, a lot of these guys, but, that's something that he has shored up. Even Felix Diaz hit him with some overhand rights. That's that's one of his weaknesses. I mean, Muhammad Ali had a weakness. He dropped his backhand, and that's why Joe Frazier was supposed to put him on his ass. Floyd can't get away from the jab. If you got a good jab, Coy can't slip that jab. That's how you beat Floyd, with a jab to begin with. But, I think people starting to wake up. Now more Errol Spence kind of opening, talk about it. He said in his last interview with Dan Rayfield on Boxing Scene that, Terence wants to fight, but I got other things I got to do, and I'll push for it next year. I want Pacquiao, I want Spence, I want this, that, and the third. People starting to realize, man, and if people don't want to admit it publicly, everybody know Errol Spence don't want that fight. Everybody know Errol Spence trying to age him out. It's not a secret. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people you talk to at PBC, they know it. The WBC, they know it. He don't want the fight. He not going to Al saying, please, Al, make the fight. No. Al just saying, okay, we're going to wait to make this fight till you get older or till he show some signs of slippage. If Crawford really shows signs of slippage, they would have jumped in the ring with him. That's what happened with Triple G. When Kell Brooks showed that Triple G wasn't human, that Triple G was human, people wanted to get in line. Danny Jacobs said, I could beat him. You know, like, okay, I could beat him. Danny Jacobs really beat him. I could beat him. Same thing with Errol Spence. When Mikey went the distance with Errol Spence and didn't get hurt for real, Sean like, I can beat him. I'll fight him now, Al. Danny like, I'll fight him now. Come on, that's the same effect. Same stupid ass effect. The only person that I could think of in the last few years out of PBC crew that jumped in when the water was hot was Danny Garcia when he fought Matisse. When Matisse was knocking out Mike Dallas and Mike Peterson, he was killing shit, everything was moving. Danny Garcia could have took the easy way out on the Floyd undercard with Canelo. He chose to fight Matisse and he took the boogeyman out and showed them that, you know, he is an elite talent. And you got to give Danny Garcia that credit. But like I said before, you know, the opposite of this is Errol Spence getting old. That's the question. How many years did that car accident take off his career? Because that's going to be the excuse. If Crawford fight him today or he fight him 3 years from now, if he beat the shit out of Errol Spence, the excuse going to be, oh, he wasn't the same after the car accident. If the car accident didn't exist, it was, oh, he was weight drained. That's all it boiled down to. So the question is Errol Spence going to be in his prime? All that smoking that smoke, drinking that drink, and playing with that book of sugar, you know what I'm saying? All them drugs age you out. You know, they saying allegedly he on that lean, that Xan and Irene. So, you know, he the one that got to worry about aging out. Bernie said it the best. Archie, you know, fucked around and was fighting till he the old mongoose, fighting till he 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? So if you take care of your body, you'll be all right. You know, you had guys like Carl Ripken, you know, Randy Johnson that took care of their body. Roger, well, he was on some other shit. Took and went on to play well. You know, Brett Favre, Tom Brady, Drew Brees. It's all about how you take care of your temple. So to be honest, is Errol Spence getting aged out because of his lifestyle in the car accident is a good question as well too. So, you know, Crawford is about to be 3 years older than him. I mean, it is what it is. We know for a fact, well, at least I know for a fact, Al Heyman is aging the fight out. He's stopping the fight from happening. You could talk to whoever you want to talk to behind the scenes. They know it, you know, and that's the funny thing about it. Everybody sit there and vouch for Errol Spence, Tim Smith, Tim Wright, you know, the PBC bosses, but everybody know behind the scenes they don't think that man can beat that man. And that's the God on the show. Only people that believe it is the people that's out here. People, well, you always on Errol Spence helmet? Because I can. This is called Goodfellas Sports TV. If you wanna start your own channel and have your own opinion, go ahead. I don't watch nobody I don't like. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just pointing out that the media is starting to really figure out that Errol Spence is the pussy. We all thought Terence Crawford was the pussy to begin with. And when he was saying Keith Thurman name and not Errol Spence's name, and then he started saying, what's up, Errol? What you want to do? You want to fight? And Errol kept saying, oh, next year. Now, he's been saying that for 2 years now. Next year. Now, he called out Terence Crawford. Well, Bob won't give him to me. He on the wrong side of the street. He got to come over here. This, that, and the third. And the fence. Oh, he got to fight this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. Get out of here, man. He got more stripes than Errol Spence. This ain't, oh, you ain't done nothing at welterweight. You know, you ain't done, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? When Floyd moved up, oh, you ain't done enough. When Evander jumped up, you know, you ain't done enough. You don't deserve Mike Tyson. You don't deserve Buster Douglas. You got to go fight this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. And then they weren't doing that. It was taking them how they was coming. You know what I'm saying? If you think I'm weak and I got a glass chin, well, show me. And that's not the case. We all know, man, we don't get the fights we want to see when we want to see it. That fight should have happened this year. But it ain't. And people starting to recognize and trying to wake up. They might not admit it, but they starting to wake up and see what it is. He's scared. I don't even ain't no fighter scared. Everybody feels scared. Be scared. Or everybody feel fear. You feel all the emotions. All of them. So don't believe it. Ain't no fighter scared. Get the fuck out of here. Michael Spinks is in there crying his locker room before Mike Tyson. What's that? You know, but it is what it is. I mean, people starting to point it out. You know, but the only thing I don't agree about is the slippage. I don't agree about that. But that's what Floyd did. All Floyd did was age out Manny Pacquiao, let him get knocked out, and then he wanted to fight the motherfucker. He wanted to ask for a drug test and all that. That's why the more and more I think about Floyd, the farther and farther he dropped down my all-time greatest list. This is a lot of fighters that I prefer over Floyd. Floyd was the ultimate Pussy. in my opinion. But hey, let me know what you guys think. I put that article link in the description so you can check it out. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App is CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. We also got a Facebook group. That link in the description. Check out our welterweight boxing playlist for more videos like this. Don't forget you can check out my other channel, Motor City Sports Talk, right here on YouTube. Appreciate the love and support. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfellas Sports TV. We gone.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking
right?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.